Hello and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be drawing a picture of a blue whale and her calf. So I've just got to get my glove that I use to draw while I'm drawing on my tablet. Just got to put that on because it stops my fingers moving the drawing around on the screen. So just a little glove, I just got it offline. My chair up a fraction. Like that, because I'm sitting too low, and let's get started. So I'm just using a few different references. The blue whale. I'm just going to start by drawing in the mama whale, like that. Let's get the basic shape in. I'll draw her flippers in a minute. But for the moment, I'm just going to start with her basic body shape. And like I said, I've got a few different references here, so I'm just going to actually flip between them because I like the tail in one. It's a bit more visible, so I'm going to draw the tail down here. They've got quite big tails. Actually, I need to make it a bit wider than that. Oops, I keep hitting the button on my pen. I've got to undo that button. Make the tail a bit bigger like that. That's better. Just like that. I'm going to take the angle down to there. I will erase things if I find stuff that I'm not real keen on. I will erase. Oops, I've got to get my multi-stream chat up. There we go. That's better. Now the dorsal, their pectoral fins are huge. So I'm just going to draw. Zoom in a little bit. Their mouths are up high, like that. That's my little dog making silky noises. Okay, so I'll give them a treat. They can just stay down there and watch as I draw. My dogs always spend time in the art room with me. So now they've got little eyes like that. They've got beautiful, I love these whales because they've got gorgeous patterns on there. I've got his head way too big. I think I'm too close. I'm going to erase that actually. I'm going to erase that. Got it way too big. Okay, go back to the pen. Oops. Back to the pen, dip pen, that one. What are you doing? Go get the pen small. Yeah, that's better. I do need to make her a little bit longer like that. I think I made her too fat, too thick through the middle. That's better. That's a bit more torpedo-like in proportion. Again, her mouth is up there because they scoop the krill and stuff in the bottom of the lower part of their mouth. Her eyes are low, set on her head there, like that. Okay. Now her head, her back, her head, her back are about the same length, and her tail is the same as her head but sideways, so I need to make her a bigger tail. You see the proportions. I can adjust and erase as I need to. Excuse me, Pippi, my little bossy dog. Now her flippers are quite long. Excuse me, Pippi. Excuse me, her flippers are the same length as her head to her blowhole. So it's about that long. And it's on an angle so you can't really see. Other ones going back there like that a bit. Sort of twisted a little bit. Let's have a look. Make that one a bit bigger, like that. Okay. Now their blowholes are behind, actually further behind than I've got that. Further behind. So, about there's her blowhole. Also, they've got quite, you can see the spine detail, like not the spine, but the patination on the back. Got to erase some of this stuff that I've got going on the tail. I've got a bit too much going on over here. So drawing them is to just look at the shapes. Look at the shapes and then look at the sizes against other parts of the body. So the head, I measure everything against the head, and you can do that with whales as well. I just measured the head from the blowhole pretty much. Is how I got that dimension for the rest of the body, because her head to a blowhole is 1 and a bit times the length of her body, and the width of her tail. Oops. And also, oh gosh, that's way too big. Control Z. And also the length of her. Excuse me, Pippi. My dog. Excuse me, Pippi. My little dog is being annoying and loud. Okay, I'll make my pen a bit bigger. And now I'm going to draw the baby whale. Where am I going to put the baby whale? I'm going to put the baby whale up sort of here. I want her touching. I do want her touching, so I'm going to Control Z that. I want her touching the mum. Make the pen a little bit smaller. And I'll do her touching. Like that. Oops. Jeez, oops, I've got to get that pen a bit smaller. Now it's too small. I need it to be like about 6, not 13. 7 will do. Like that. And I'm going to have a look at the other baby. I like the other baby's tail as well. So we're going to do that. I'll do her tail more like that. Pippi, I'm going to have to put you out in the other room in a minute. Naughty girl. Just bear with me a second. I'm just going to put Pippi out. Come on, Pip. Come on. Ash, come. Come on, Pippi. Come on. Ash, come. Right, Pip, come on. Okay. Oh, good. I'm back. Okay, I had to put the dogs down the other end of the house because Pippi keeps howling at me when I draw because she likes to have the attention all on her. Now, where did I put my pen? I had my pen. Uh-oh. Where did I put my pen? Shiver me timbers. Oh, there it is. Got it. That was a moment. Or, I'm going to do her. Also with her eye up there. Her fins can be a bit sort of sleek along her side, like that. I like the tail, this shape better. She's sort of facing away from us a little bit. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I don't like that. Let's Control Z all of that. Let's get rid of that. So it takes, sometimes it takes me a little while when I'm doing a drawing, and I sort of tend to, I work from references, but I change everything. I get ideas, but I do the design. I just use references as a helpful tool, but but I do my own picture. Okay, I'm going to draw the baby whale on top. I'm going to draw her on top. Like that. Because mums can push them up to the surface sometimes too. Just draw her torpedo-shaped little body. Like that. I'll draw her little fins coming down onto her mum's back. Like that. Okay, like that. So she's sort of hugging her mum. There we go. And I'll draw her tail going up this way. She sort of flipped it to the back. Okay. I'm sort of happy with that, I think. Sit back and have a look. I think I need to make mum's flippers, her pectoral fins. I'm going to make that a bit bigger. I need to make them a bit thicker. Going to get rid of some of that under sketch. Okay, let's have a look. So they are the size of her head to her. I've got them the right size. Why do they look wrong? I think I've just got to change this shape here a bit. I'm going to get rid of that one for now. I'll put that back in a second. So you can see I just draw, change things as I need to. Whoops. Why is that not? I'll just erase it. There we go. Excuse my other little dog now wants to come in. I've got one that wanted out and one that wants in. Goodness gracious, my little dogs are bossy britches. I'm going to change this. I'm going to put her fins back. Oops, make that smaller. I'm going to, bring her fins to the back a bit more, like that. Make her a bit more streamlined. Oh my goodness, excuse me, I'm just going to let this other dog back in. The one dog, I've got two dogs. One wants to come in, one wants to go out. Come on, Vic. Come back. Come back. Come on, Bear. Quick. Come on. You can stay in, you can stay out. Goodness gracious, my dogs rule my world. Goodness gracious, Bear. You can stay down there. You're not jumping up on my lap. All right, get rid of that bit. Go back to my pen, drop that right down to about a 7 or an 8. Yeah, that'll do. Now, that's the length of her head I've got to draw, so about there, where her fin comes to. Okay. I'm going to draw her other one coming down here. Like that. All right. Okay, there we go. That's the base sort of drawing. Hello, Void. Could you draw a skunk sometime? I certainly can. They're underrated and cute. They are very cute. And I certainly can. You know, I don't think I've ever drawn a skunk. Not since I was a kid and it was a cartoon skunk like Pepe Le Pew. But yes, I absolutely can. And how are you today? All right, I'm sort of happy with that. I think that'll do. That's a reasonable sort of an underdrawing. Just going to get rid of any excess lines that I don't want. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of colour. Just erasing some of the lines. Having a quick look. Tidy up some little bits here and there. Okay. so now I am going to go on my next layer. So I'm going to plus a layer. And so that's my first layer, and I'm going to go into the greys, and I'm going to start to add colour. So I'm going to do the background first. I'm going to do the background, an ocean blue, quite a strong cobalt. I want a cobalty kind of blue. Nice striking background, all fine, thankfully. Good, glad to hear. So I'm going to do paint layer 2. I'm going to do it that colour. I'm going to go paint bucket, like that. And then I'm going to move that layer, if I can, if it'll let me move it. How do I move it? Hang on. Got to get my mouse. Hang on. That one. Shift, control. Now, oh, I've forgotten how to do it. So there we go. And that puts the whales on the front. I'm figuring it out. I'm getting there. Okay, so, and I'll shade, I'll highlight the top. I'll soften the top colours. Actually, I can do that now a little bit. I'll just go up like a tone just to lighten up this top. I'm going to go in with a soft sort of watercolory brush. Oops, that's not the right doodah, but that's all right. Control Z and then go to there. No, I'm pressing. Why is it doing that? I thought I pressed the brush. There we go. I'm just going to soften up this, lighten up the top. I'll make my brush a lot bigger. Like that. The opacity is at 100. I can blend this down. So it sort of goes more into the... Now where's my blending tool there? Make my blending tool huge, like that. Blend all that down so that you don't see the lines. That just softens the top. And it gets darker at the bottom. So I'm going to actually take that down a bit more. Take that down a bit more. A bit more than halfway. Like that. Because the top of the water, as they get to the top to breathe, the water does get, you can see the daylight through it. And it gets darker as you go deeper. So I'll do that in my drawing right now and then have that sorted. Just blend that. So it just gets rid of those lines. You will see those lines and that's annoying. Okay, so that's that. That's lightened the top off and then I will darken the bottom. So I'll go into the darker blues for the bottom. Grab that brush back. So it gets darker at the bottom, lighter at the top. That's how your ocean works, like that. Then I'll blend that. Oops. Why is it doing that on the edge? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Blend that up. I might even just go into there a bit. I don't like how that did that, and I'm just going to take that down there like that, and then I'm going to blend that. Why is it doing that? Doesn't matter. It's all right. We're just going to curve that around, soften it like that. I'm glad you're doing well, mate. That's good. Just going to bring this dark up a bit. Then I'm going to make my brush smaller and blend it like that. Take a minute or 3 to think. There we go. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to add, I'm not going to worry about the surface ripples yet. I'll do them last. So then I'm going to add the next layer, another layer. Why is it doing that? Hang on. Oh no, I need to use my mouse. Hang on. Mouse to drag that down to there. Oh no, so layer 1. Yes, that's right. Okay, and then I've got layer 3. So what I'm working on now. Okay, so now I'm going to make a grey, get a nice grey, dark bluey grey for the first layer. I'll use a watercolour brush. That's way too pale, but that's okay because I need it to be. I'm going to change pens because I don't like that one. I'm going to undo. I need it to be more strong like that. That's better. I'm going to start by just colouring in, change the body shape a little bit on this little bubba. I do love whales. Done a few paintings of them over the years. So this is the baby. She needs to be darker. I'm going to go into a darker grey. Make the brush a bit bigger. That's a bit better. We're going to fine tune the details in a minute. She's dark on top. I can also get rid of the underdrawing. At a later date. Just leave a little bit of it. Oh, I can draw it back in anyway. Shadows. She's got that colour, comes all the way around. Fill that in. So onto her fin, like that. And she's got lighter colour. Just do that darker pattern. Coming down onto her tail. I'll fill all that in. Like that. Okie doke. Now her tail, she's got flecks on her tail, so I'm not going to worry about that so much just yet. I'm going to go a darker grey. I'll blend this out into the rest of her colours. I'm just going to blend that just for now. I need to make that bigger. Blend that into the other colour just to soften those edges. Alrighty, I'm going to go a light colour of white. Actually, I'll draw her mouth back in. Draw her mouth back in now. Go back down to like maybe 7, 6. I'm using a dip pen tool. Whoops. Not 76, 7. Goodness. Oh, it's there. 7, there we go. Like that. A little bit less point. Just want to keep that shape there. Now their eyes. Literally going to be a little white, or I'll do a light grey around the edge of the iris like that. You can barely see that. That's fine. I'm going to get more of a blue grey. Make it a bit darker maybe. Back to my dip pen. Go over this outline a little bit. She's got, even though she's a baby, she's got lumps and bumps. Use like a bluish grey to help me with the details around her eyes. That's a bit better. Bit of a better colour. She's got a white, light grey underneath. So I'll just mark that in for now. Just go over the lines where I've drawn them. Just block that in. Paint bucket. Let that fill in, and I can go back in and just tidy that up. Like that. Just around those edges. And her underfins are light as well. Her belly is light, so I'll mark that in. Just block it in for now. Like that. And then paint bucket. Go back and tidy up those edges. Might go to a different brush. That's a bit better. It's a bit of a stronger sort of a brush, it's less of a pen tip. Whoops, that's a bit too far down. Less of a pen tip. More of a marker kind of a feel. All right. And she's got light around the trim of her flippers. Her tail flute. Called a flute. Fluke. Sorry, fluke. Tail fluke. Just pop that pattern in. There'll be a lot of detail going over the top. I've got a few different references that I'm using, so I'm just having another quick look. All right. And her flippers. Pec fins are light. Make them a bit rough around the edges. They're not just perfectly smooth, but they're like that. And then I'll add that grey in as well. I'll drop that colour. And then I'll run that in here. Make my brush a fraction bigger. So I can get that in there, and I'll blend it. For now, I want to just get that where I need it, like that. All right, now underneath that one is quite light, so I'll go back to this same grey colour drop, get my brush, pick my brush up, pick up a few little bumps here and there. Come up to Mum's flute, get my paint bucket, drop that in, go back to my brush. That basically just fills it in for you. You don't have to run around and just scribble the whole time to fill in the colours. I'm going to get rid of that bit there. I'm not happy with the shape there, so I'm just going to erase that back like that. That's a bit better. All right, and I'll add shadows and stuff in a little bit. Now, what am I going to do? Am I going to do a tail grey? Might do a tail grey, actually. I might do her tail, the top of her tail, this colour. This dark grey colour, or this middle grey colour. I can always change it or adjust it as I need. I'm just going to draw around the outline and then I'll bucket that in like that. And I'm using Critter, which is a really great drawing app, nice and reasonably simple to use. Not as simple as Procreate for Apple, but it's still pretty good to get used to. I'm not, I'm not struggling too much. And any questions you can Google. All right. We get that shape a bit better there. Okay, I'm quite happy with that for the shapes. So now I'm going to go in. I'll do Mum. I'll draw Mum. I'll colour her in. So I'll paint bucket. No, I'll colour drop that colour. And I'm going to go around Mum's body and her flute, her, what do you call it, her breather doodah is there. That's her spine pattern coming down. And it disappears off that because her tail's sort of a little bit facing the other. Woo! Went off track a bit there. I can delete the base drawing anyway. Just come around here. Just follow the basic shape where the colour's going to go, that grey. And their colours and patterns on them is like a fingerprint. So now I can just drag and drop, or colour drop, like that. And I can draw her eye back in. Her eye goes, I'll use a darker grey, go back to the darker grey. Like I said, I've got a few references, so I'm going back to the other one for the eye, because that gives me a better view of where the eye should be. Like that. They're very thoughtful eyes, whales. They have amazing eyes. All right. So I'm going to do, I'll do the light around it, because why not? Around her iris, I'll go back to my that brush. I like a solid, more solid mark. All right. Go back to my dip pen for a second just to draw around the eye. Like that. Okay. Both of their eyes in. Now I'm going to do the light on the bottom of the mum's tummy. Go in with a pale blue. She's actually got a pattern coming down her tummy. So I'm just going to do her in a couple of bits. Like that. And then I'll join that together. Just follow that shape. Doesn't have to be exact because I'll delete the underdrawing at the end. Then I'm going to drag and drop. Or coloured doodah. Grab my brush again. So this is just blocking in the base colours. Looks strange for now, but it'll make sense in a minute. Now under her tummy, I'm going to make her a lot of creamy colour, or this light blue. Like that. Make sure your lines connect, otherwise when you do the paint bucket it'll make everything that colour, which is annoying. Whoops. I'm just going to come around here like that, tidy that line up, go paint bucket like that, fill in the edges like that. Tidy her all up. Come right around all of those edges. I will blend the colours in as well. Just making sure there's no one arrived. Okay. Come right around there like that. Now she's got white, light colour down the back of her fins, but I'm not going to worry about that so much now. I'm going to go back to, I'll stay on that, but I'll just go back to this grey colour for her flutes. Yeah, I like that shape. They're not one universal shape. They do have sort of different, slightly different shaped fins and things. Now, the only thing that's the same is the length in proportion to their bodies. So I used the head. I drew the head to the breathing thing, breathe hole, this blowhole, and then I use that to measure the rest. Oops, see, I mustn't have closed the line in. So go back to my pen. Where didn't I close the line? I've left a gap somewhere because I didn't want to bucket fill. So I must have had a little gap. Let's see if that works. That's better. That's better. Okay, now go around the edges. Like that. Fill right in. I can almost get rid of the underdrawing in a second. I'm just going to draw her tail flutes in. Like that. Bring that down. And then I can pretty much get rid of the underdrawing. So my drawing layer, where is it? I remember which one's a drawing layer. That one? Hang on. Oh, that's not it. That's it. So that gets rid of the drawing layer. So then I'm left with the actual drawing itself, which is good. So I'll fill in this to get that colour in. All my lines are blocked, so I can paint bucket like that. As long as your lines are all connected, you can do that paint bucket. And I'm going to blend. I'm going to soften all of these edges. Make my blending brush a little bit stronger. Oh, I've got to add that grey back into here. I'll add that grey in here. Like that, come around. Doesn't have to be exactly the same as the drawing. And colour drop, like that. And then I can blend that. It's a slightly different grey, but that's fine because I don't mind. Oh, no, not that one. Oh, that's all right, that worked. I'll go back to my brush, back to my blender, and blend. I'm going to blend all that into each other, so it just hazes that, softens all of that line, like that. There's a few bits that I've got to fill in, but I'm just going to soften these lines on the body, because there is no hard lines, like that. The only hard lines are like the actual colour pick this, go that colour. And I'll just fill in this bit here because I didn't. And then I'll blend it like that. It'll just get rid of that harshness, which is what I want. Just get rid of that harshness a little bit. Come back down here a little bit, blend it and soften all, oh, turn off and blend it, soften all that out. I can actually take that around the edge. It's just my blending tool, and it's basically a Q-tip. The tool itself is a Q-tip. And it's just, because I use the simplest brushes, I don't need anything fancy. I use a fountain pen tool. So it's what I would use in real life to draw traditionally as the tools that I use. Don't use anything fancy schmancy. I go for what I would use if I was drawing a traditional piece. So I've gone for the dip pen, and I use like a marker for the fill-in colours, and the detail dip pen again, or watercolour brush, just a simple watercolour brush. And if there's like a fur texture for other animals, I'll use a rake, like a damaged paintbrush that I would use in real life. So yeah, it's not rocket science. You just use what you would use that you're comfortable with traditionally for digital. That's all I do. And I'm just starting to get the hang of layers now. I didn't have any idea before. So yeah, that's been a learning curve. So now I'm going to go a darker grey. Go back. Ooh, that's a green grey. I don't want that. Go back into the darker grey. A blue grey maybe. Oh, yeah, that one. That's a nice sort of a grey. I'm going to go into my watercolour, or like an airbrush more. I'm going to go into like an airbrush. Ooh, that's too big. Full opacity. Make it small, not that small maybe. Make it a bit bigger. And I'm going to bring in some darker greys, which I'll blend. Because they've got quite a few different greys on them. Like that. So this is an airbrush. This gives you soft sort of rough lines. So it's a little bit powdery looking almost, which is lovely. I can blend that as well. So just, oops, that's too much. Blend. That's better. Soften that. Just do little circle motions. Soften that out. Soften those edges. Like that. All right. Now, okay, I'm going to, actually I'll stick, will I or won't I? Let's have a look. What else have I got here? Oh, I might, where was, oh there. Might go that stronger sort of a one. I've got to darken up her nose a little bit. Might use this airbrushy tool for a lot of the softer detail. Like that. All right, and I'll go even darker again. Make the pen smaller, go back to pen. Her mouth is up here. I can blend that out. Comes up above her eye. Whoops. Like that. Like that. I'm going to blend that just to soften it. Doesn't matter that it's all bajaggedy. Just soften it like that, just to suggest the mouth. Like that. Then I can add more detail. I need to straighten that one out. That's right. So I'll go back to my pen. Like that. Straighten that out there. Like that. And I'm going to draw in her stripes that she's got. Actually, I'll use an airbrush for that. Control Z. Pressing all the buttons. Why aren't you Control Zing? Fine, I'll blend it out. I don't know why my Control Z is not working, but that's okay. So I can do the same thing. I'm just going to grab, actually I might use a watercolour brush, soft watercolour brush. Come down. Because these patterns, they're like ribs almost underneath their tummies. They go behind their fins, but not too far down. They don't go the whole length of the tummy. Like that. Got to add shadows and all kinds of fun things. So that's like that. Come all the way down there like that. So it comes down onto her tummy to about there, I reckon. And the baby's the same. You always get to a certain spot in your drawing and you're like, oh God, is this working? You've got to just keep persevering, because every painting has an ugly phase, every single one. There is no such thing as a perfect painting. Every picture's got an ugly phase. I'm just going to darken off. I'm going to go to this colour, get that colour, and I'm going to grey that because it needs to be a shadowy, or more of a shadowy grey. What's? I've got to go to the brush, that's why. Got to go more of a shadowy grey. Like that. Oh, golly gosh. Hello, Roz. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Had a heart attack then. How you going, mate? Thank you. Hang on, I've just got to get my mouse to go up there so I can do a shout out to my mate. Shout out at Roz. Thank you so much. Ta-da! Yeah, definite jump scare raid. So you were doing software and game dev? Cool. So what were you working on? What bits were you working on? Beautiful Panthers, thank you, Bacon. Water Panthers. So it's got a. So what were you working? So what game? What were you doing with your Jaguars? Close, not quite. They're closer related to a penguin. Now I've got to get my other brush back. Go to my soft watercolour brush. Where did you go? Soft watercolour brush. There. Leopard. Not quite. You're getting close. No, you're not getting close. Now you're getting spotty. So how was your stream, Roz? What were you up to? And thank you so much for the raid, mate. This is what Debbie Cat uses for her plushies, and it's available to anyone who uses my bot. Oh, did I miss it? Working on bot things. I did a bunch of bug fixes and then made it so that you can have a pile of pics with objects that fit nicely into the pictures. Oh, cool. Very good. Very good indeedly. Piles of pics. Awesome. I shall have a look. Can I do that here? Hang on. Whoops, I'll give it a click. Oh, is it going to... Oh, yeah, we're good. Hang on. Oh, wow, cool. Okay, hang on, how do I do that? Show right screen? Show right screen capture. That one. Cool. That's very cool. So it does all the droppy things. Very cool indeed. God, you're yes, very clever when it comes to technology, as opposed to me. Not so much. Oops. But very cool indeedly. Being able to share a screen is about as smart as I get. So I'm going to go back to the darker bluey grey, and I'm going to make that a bit bigger. Yeah, but the bot's motto is the more work there is of mine, the less there is of yours. That works. That is true. That is very true. So I'm just going to blend. But yes, you make everyone's life a lot easier, mate, by doing that kind of stuff. Do all the thinking and the inventing and the imagining and the designing. The way your mind works blows my mind. Love it. It's fascinating watching. Anyone who hasn't followed Roz, follow. You want to learn, have your mind blown by the technological skill. Pop a follow. Do you have a YouTube as well? And then you get to have fun toys. Yes. Very true. So I'm just building layers of shadows. Like it looked like an ugly sort of base drawing to begin with, but you build and build your layers, and eventually you get a three-dimensional looking artwork. Eventually. Well, technically I do, but it isn't used for anything much. Yeah. But you have fun and you do what you love doing. And you've helped countless people here on Twitch. Countless. Me being one of them over the time. All right. It's got to figure out, because I'm using multiple references, so it makes it a little bit hard. So I'm sort of adapting some parts of one reference in with another. So I'm just sort of adding in the textures that are on their mouths and shadowy bits, and I've got to do more dark on the grey on the fins. So hang on, I'm just going to colour drop. Colour pick is a great tool. Makes life so much easier. And I'm just going to, that didn't work. Why did that not work? Colour drop. That grey, that dark grey is the one I want. Oh, that would be because I've got it on the blending tool. Make that smaller. Come down the, oh no, not that. Maybe I'll go back to the other brush. I don't know why it's not letting me Control Z. That's really odd. My Control Z broke. And I don't know why. Maybe I'm on the wrong layer. Shouldn't do that, but shouldn't make a problem, but it seems to have. So I'm just going to fill in down here. iPad is just double tap because I'm very much learning my way through this. Excuse my dogs. All right, and tidy up any rough lines. Bear, shushy. Back to this brush. I'll shadow up under here. So every brush gives you a slightly different tone as well. But yeah, I pretty much treat it traditionally. I don't do anything very much differently. Bear, don't be a naughty boy. The bear. He doesn't want to go outside, but he wants to tell me all the things that are going on out there. Naughty little bear. Bear. Watching the kids, they're doing something over in the paddocks. All right, now blend that in. Like that. So what have you been up to, Bacon? What have you been doing, mate? Oh my God, I had a morning. I tried to play, what's it called? My Duo's still working now. I've gone to Borderlands 4 and my computer is so slow. I just decided it couldn't play it. So I'm loading it onto the PlayStation now because I'm like, if I can't play it on PC, I'll play it on PlayStation. Hello, Toadie. How you going, mate? Eating pumpkin spiced food beverage. Oh, that sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting. Pumpkin spiced bevies. Never heard of anything quite like it. By the way, if you have Hype Trains here, I made some updates to the tracker. I don't even know how to do it. Nutmeg is our friend. Nutmeg is a wonderful thing. I have a Canadian son-in-law who's taught me all about pumpkin pie. I never had a drink with pumpkin or spices. Yeah, BL4 is one of the most horrifically slow games. Yes. I couldn't play it. So I'm uploading it onto PlayStation because I'm like, I can only stream from the actual PlayStation hardware. I can't stream. I don't know how to mix it up, like to put it onto my, I think I've got too much on my Streamlabs at the second. So, yeah, I'll just play it on PlayStation because I can't play it. I won't touch it until they fix the performance issues. Yeah, fair enough. Pumpkin beer is dangerous. Pumpkin beer would be dangerous. You hate pumpkin? I love pumpkin. Roasted pumpkin is heaven on earth. Just yummy. Yummy in my tummy. I've got to go back to blues. The blue greys. You think you're just having one, then you're halfway across town. Yeah. It does that. It does do that. Yeah, so true. I'm like that with flavoured drinks. But I've never tried pumpkin flavour. I don't know that we even get it in here in Australia. You think you're having just one? Yes. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if you can get them here. I really don't think I don't think you can. I've never seen them. But my son-in-law's found a shop here in Australia that does supply some Canadian foods, like cereals and biscuits, and because he gets homesick, and they have all the ingredients and things, and the lollies and the sweets that Canadians have. I'm just going to build this up down here. It's been a while. How are you, streamer? I'm good, mate. I am good. Yes. I haven't been doing a lot of streaming. I've been working, semi-retired, but I'm working for the kids. So I've actually had a few days of work last week, so I didn't get to stream much. And then this morning I decided to stream games. Well, that fell apart real fast because the game didn't want to play, or it played, but I couldn't even focus on the screen. It was that jaggedy. So yes. So now I'm uploading it onto my tell a really bad joke. Okay, hang on. I've got to find one. Bad jokes. I know all the bad jokes, but I can't remember anything because I've got the memory of a sieve. Okay, let's have a look. Let's go for bad dad jokes because bad dad jokes are fun. So anyone who's on YouTube, I have rewards in my Twitch where you can ask for a joke and I'll tell a joke. It's one of the points, one of the things you can do. I'm just having a look. Oh, what days are the strongest? This is a really bad joke. What days are the strongest? I've got to find it again. Saturday and Sunday, because of the rest are weekdays. Do you know the warmest place in a room? It's the corner. It's always 90 degrees. Oh, my God. When is the door not a door? When it's ajar? You guys tell better bad jokes than I do. I'm going to duck into lurk. Oh, no worries, mate. Thank you. I left the cat unattended. Oh, no, you can't do that. He's getting annoyed. Yes, my dogs are always telling me off. Giant redwood trees are pretty cool, you know. They have a certain je ne sais quoi about... That's yes. Go, Roz. That's awesome. Je ne sais quoi, but je ne sais quoi. Is there a sequoia tree? Love it. Love it, love it. Where's my points back? I don't know how to do anything. I'm not tech savvy, mate. I need to make you a mod so you can do it because I don't know how to do stuff like that. No taxi, taxis, backsies. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how to do anything. And I've only been on here for like 5 years and I still don't know how to do anything. Consistency is key. I'm consistent. All right, now I'm going to lighten up the mum's back. Lighten up a little bit. That's not the brush. That's the brush. Because she's got light reflecting down. Make it a little bit bigger. I'll have to blend it. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Oh my God, Bacon, I love your little your dancy character, dude. He's cool. He's a bit of fun. Excuse my camera too. I moved my camera and it's really shocking. Hang on, I'm going to see if I can move it back a little bit. How do I go? I'm going to go into my camera. Just bear with me a second. Face cam. Because it's way too close. Because I had it configure. Way too close. Let's go. Zoom out. That's a bit better. Far less scary. There we go. That's less scary. I'll go with that. I think. Did that work? Oh, I don't know. I think it worked. What is that? Bacon, explain yourself. What is that? I live in a bubble. A cannibal passed his friend on... Oh, no. A cannibal passed his friend on the beach. Yeah, what happened? Oh, no. As in he pooped on... Passed his friend as in passed his friend. Because he ate the friend and he pooped. And as in passed... Oh, I'm guessing. Excuse me. That was totally funny, but not funny. See, bad jokes are really good jokes. It's rough out there. It is rough out there. Oh, my God. You guys. I'm just going to add a few lighter bits and a few... Oh, I missed a dorsal fin. Aren't I silly? Did you hear about the two peanuts that were walking down the street? One was assaulted. Oh my God, every time you make me laugh, my throat's got a tickle. And every time you make me laugh, I get the coughs. I have to go and get myself a water if you're going to keep making me laugh, guys. You're a bad influence. Okay, I'm going to draw this spinal, what do you call it? A dorsal fin. I'm going to draw the dorsal fin. I've gone completely blank on words. Words have left me, apparently. I'm going to draw it in. Do they? Just a teeny tiny one. Just a teeny tiny one, and it's right back. I'll do it in the light colour. It won't hurt. Like that. I've got a whole arsenal of dad jokes. Oh my God. Dangerous. So that can be a dorsal fin. I'll just darken that up. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. My bloody throat. I'll go back to that one there. Got to change the shape a fraction. Is it loaded? Hang on, I'm just going to check my other thing and see if that's loaded. Did the game load or did it turn off? Can't see a damn thing. Oh, did it load? It loaded. Woohoo! Oh, we'll play that tomorrow then. It did load. There's a moral to it. Toking, I'm banning you for that one. Oh no. Oh, hang on. Have I ever told you a story about when I went to mushroom? Oh no. Origin. Yep. Keep them coming, Toadie. Keep them coming. How have you been anyway, mate? It's been forever. Have you been streaming at all? I'm banning you for that one. Yeah, ban it. Ban him. Slap. You're banned. I'm going to have to go and get a drink in a second. I'll stop coughing at you. Sorry, guys. There we go. I'll just darken up in here. I haven't streamed in about 3 years. You know, it's really strange because a lot of our mob from back then, from like the 3 years ago, have stopped. It's really strange. There's a whole lot of new, young and up and coming streamers. Don't have time, yeah. So what have you been doing, mate? What have you been working and doing stuff and what has been happening? I've been working for the kids in their business, which has been good fun. But it's only a few days a week, so I can still do other stuff. Yesterday I spent the whole day out in the garden because I had a bucket ton of weeds that I had to get rid of. So about 5 hours later, because I've got lots of garden beds, my brother told me he can't cut my hair any longer. Oh, only shorter. I got sucked in there. I like how your mind works though. It's going to change. I'm just erasing the shape of that tail a little bit. I made it a bit too thick. Like that. Just erasing the bottom bit. I'm still managing retail. Oh, wow. God. Yeah, I loved my job, but I left. Because I didn't love it anymore. I loved it. No, I did love my job, but I just got crazy. And I had family things happening and just life happened, and so I ended up giving it away. But now I work for help, and I'm a nan now, so I'm helping the kids and babysitting and doing all kinds of fun things that nans do, because now I'm a nan. I'm a nan. It's so bizarre. I lost my job at the calendar company. Apparently I wasn't supposed to take any days off. Still managing retail. I still got about 40 people. Oh my God, Toadie, that's a lot. You lost a job in the calendar company. Apparently I wasn't supposed to take any days off. Oh. I wasn't sure if that was a joke because calendar and days. Oh, because you take days off. It is a joke. I get it. That was really bad. Oh my God. I know it had to be a joke because this is, yeah. Oh my God. I'm slow. I'm having a slow brain day. Oh, you're bad. So bad it's good though. So bad it's good. What can I say? She gets it. Oh my God. It took a while. I get it on the rebound. I was like, no freaking idea. I'm just, not the sharpest tool in the shed, eh? Not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I own it. I own it. He's waiting for my realisation. Yeah. Sometimes you'll be waiting a while, mate. You will be waiting a while. So he's going to be shadow here. And I've just realised I've unblued my blue. Pardon me. So I'm going to colour drop this blue. I'm going to have to go and get a drink. You're going to have to bear with me in a second. I'm going to have to go and get a drink. Because I'm choking everywhere. I'm scaring myself with my intelligence. Not the brightest crayon on the box. Yeah, no, there's a when we also say there's a roux loose in the top paddock. You're a little bit mad, a little bit cray cray. There's a roux loose in the top paddock. Not the full quid. Not the brightest crayon. Yeah. And you know what? Takes all kinds, doesn't it? Takes all kinds to make a world. I think I need another. I shall go to this. I'll go to that colour. Go back to my brushes. And I've got to darken up this bubba's top of this bubba's back. I want the darker grey though, but I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah. Sad but true. Got plenty of people who can do all the thinking out in the world. I'll just do all the drawing. It makes my soul happy. It's got to blend this down and around. What did the pirate say when he got kicked between? Oh no. Yeah, that'll do it. Menards. I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, all I kept going was "arr" in my head, making pirate noises. I'm just going to darken up. I'm just adding shadows. I'm just building up shadows. And blending little by little. I might even, we'll blend this one. Okay. Going to add some light back. Actually, I've got to add, oh, I'm jumping all over the place. I'm sort of, as I see little things, this is where, because these guys are really just shadows. They're light and shade. So there's nothing really definite about them. They're just light and shade. So you've got to sort of pick your way around. As I see shapes in the colours and shadows, I'll just mark them in. I always think of that joke when anyone mentions Menards around here. I don't know if you'll have, we don't have it here, but it's a retail store, kind of like grocery retail. Oh, okay, Walmart type place. Yeah, so I'm 12 years old, of course, in my brain, and I instantly go that, yes, you're not alone, mate. I'm 55 going on 12. So we've got the same issue, doll. We have got the same issue, but that's okay. Like I always say, I'll grow old, but I'm never growing up. I'm immature, and I'm going to stay that way because it's how I roll. It's how I roll. It's much more fun that way. Much more fun. What the hey? Gonna fill in. Ooh, that's not good, is it? Okay, hang on. Black back. Just got to tidy up this little bit here. Blend it. I'm never growing up. Yes, Peter Pan was right. Growing up sucks. It does. It's very overrated. Growing up is very overrated. And I mean, here I am. I've got less life in front of me than I have behind me, which is a little bit scary, just saying. Yeah, never growing up. Never growing up. It's got to erase. Why aren't you letting me do that, machine? There we go. Why? Hang on. I have to put the drawing back. I'll put the drawing back. Nope, still not going to let me erase. What's going on here? Nope. Uh-oh. That one. I'm still figuring out layers. I'm not really good at it. All right. I'm going to blend these out pretty much. Like that. Soften. I'm going to go almost a pure white if I can, just under here, get a watercolory brush. They're not just one kind of light, they've got all different lights and darks. Helps to give things a three-dimensional look. It's got to come down here, get a light onto the back of, her fin, and blend it like that. And soften it. I will add a little bit more up here, the top of her head. And blend. Whoops. Oh, the Control Z worked that time. Nice. Thank you, Control Z. You can see now it's starting to add ripples and reflections that'll come off the water. Because there's all kinds of light coming down, which I will add in at the end. So I'll just add them onto the whales for now, to give them a bit more depth. And I've just realised I've got the worst references because, yeah, the definitions are not the greatest. I'm going to go this dark, almost black down here. Strong dark colour there. I'll blend it. I'm jumping from reference to reference. All right, so I've blended that out. I'm going to go that dark down the front of the flippers, or his pectoral fins, her pectoral fins I should say. It's really hard to hold a line. I've just got to carefully hold that line like that, as close to the edge as I can get it, like that, and I can blend the rest. Get onto this side and soften it like that. Again, I should be going in the direction of the fin like that. That's a bit better. For the shape of the whale. So I'm going to go, and they've got scratches and scrapes all over them, which is pretty amazing. I'm going to go into my colour. What's going on here? Oh, I was wondering why it wasn't working. I keep forgetting to put my brush back when I get the eraser. I'm going to go shadow under here, like that. There's shadow there, and I'll blend it. Like that. Blend all that down. Like that. And then I'm going to go a blue back into the sort of mauvey blues under here. No, maybe a bit darker than that. Control Z. Make my brush a bit smaller. Darker purpley shadowy colour under there, make it a bit more grey. It's better. For under here. She's got lots of shadows under there. Blend those out. Oopsie-days. I'm going to go even darker again. Got to be a bit bolder with my darks. Bit bolder with my darks. Like that. Then I'll blend those a little bit. And I can re-add in the lines. They've got a special name, but I can't for the life of me at this point remember what they are. Okay. I'm going to go strong lines now. Go back up into my almost blacks. Make it a bit bigger. Go around the eyes. Like that. Start to get a bit of definition over the top now. Like that. Make that a bit bigger. Around here. Like that. Start to add details. In the reference, I can't actually see this fin. I've put that in myself, which probably wasn't the wisest of moves because I've got nothing to use as a reference for shadows and tone. But that's okay. We'll just ad lib. I might actually make that lighter underneath. Go back into this light. Might lighten that up. Just leave the trim around the edge darker. Like that. And I'll blend, fill it in, and then blend it just to soften it. And this is pretty much what I do if I'm normally drawing painting. Just blend that out like that. I'll come back in and tidy it up. That's a bit better. But again, I've got to now I've got to go back and just go the direction the fin pattern would travel. Okay, that's all right. I need to make it more of a blue shadowy grey. Just under there, give it a shadowy colour and blend. Like that. Well, this drawing looks great. Thank you, Toadie. Thank you, Toadie. It's getting there. It's a slow, like, cause these whales are actually, they're really simple to draw, but to colour, not so much, because they've got so many shadows. They're really all shadow and light. Like, they've got so much colour play on them because of the reflections in the water. They're not just one colour. They're quite complex. I love drawing them because it's a challenge, painting them. It's a challenge, but gee whiz, when I'm doing them, I'm like, what did I do this for? Like, because I've hit the ugly stage of the painting and I'm like, oh, it's not going to work. I have faith that it will eventually, but I've hit the, oh God, it's not going to work moment. I've got to darken up under here. It's got to have faith that it will come through in the end. It will work. One of my co-workers actually just got back from a cruise in Alaska and she actually got a couple of photos of some whales breaching. It was really cool to see. Yes, where we go, there's a place down in Gippsland, Victoria, that my husband and I go holidaying, and they've had whales the last few times we've been there. They were migrating. Oh my God, they are beautiful. And they have whale cruises and dolphins, and we watched a pod of dolphins play, and it was just lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, so the south coast of Australia has beautiful, we're very lucky in that respect. That we get all the wildlifes, all of it. And coming into summer now too, coming back into the summer season. Just going to add some, I'm going to go back to my dip pen. I want it to be thinner dip pen. I'm terrified of being on a boat in the middle of the ocean, so no whale sightings. Yeah, well, you don't want to be in what's the country? There's the Gibraltar. They've been having killer whale attacks. They've been attacking the boats. So they've got a barrier that you're not allowed to go. They recommend go 20 k's out from this certain area because the whales have been coming in and attacking the boats. I think they sank one. Didn't hurt the people, just sank the boats. And they grabbed one by the propellers and spun it round and round and round. Today's the first day of autumn. Oh, wow. Yeah, because we're reversed. We're the opposite. Now I've got to draw little barnacles. He's got little barnacles on him. Little plops of barnacles. Just draw a few around here and there. Boats probably deserve it since they're destroying the habitat. Well, this is it. And killer whales are not, or orcas are not silly. They are super smart. And yeah, they're probably just getting revenge. Because the big boats hover around. And the boats hover around them and they get too close and do all kinds of stupid shit. So I prefer to watch from the shore. They come close enough. You can see them close enough to the shore. They're big enough to see. Bring this. There's not teeth, but it's a pattern coming down on the mouth there. I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. Just on that little bit. So I'm just going to work on the details one at a time. She's got barnacles everywhere. Go back to my dip pen because I love my dip pen and I get a stronger line with that. A bit more definition on the back of that fin. And they've got lots of barnacles on their fins as well. So I'll draw those in. I've got another whale picture that I did years and years ago. I'm going to see if I can find it. Because I'm not 100% keen on this. I can see I've got to rough up the front of her fins here. I'm going to go a lighter colour. It's fascinating though reading about whales. They have entire ecosystems in their bodies. It's crazy. Yeah, and also, interestingly, they have accents. They've found that whales, when they speak, they've got like words in their language, in their vocabularies. And across the planet, so if you go to a different part of the planet, they'll have they'll hear it when they're here with our mob of whales. Then they'll travel around the world and they'll meet another lab of whales and there'll be a slight distortion on the tone. They've actually found language. But each one has an accent. Like if they different parts of the world have accent. I thought that was so cool. I can't remember what documentary I saw that on, but I was like, oh my God, they've actually sort of proven that they've got we've known they've got a language. We knew that. But to actually prove it was really cool. And they've proved the dialects from different nationalities. I was just blown away by that. I thought that was so cool. Crazy cool, yeah. Absolutely. And they are the most magnificent creatures. They really are beautiful. So majestic. Majestic is the word. Word of the day. We'll go with majestic. I'm just going to add a little bit of light down here. I need to find my old whale painting that I did. Because it will help me. I know I've got it here somewhere. Don't. I thought I did. I've got it hanging up in my lounge room. So I'll go to my YouTube channel, go to my videos, home. Oh, actually, I could go to my Instagram, go to my videos. And they've changed all the formats on all the bloody things now, so it's really hard to find stuff. Because I've got to relearn to navigate my way around. Different apps have changed. Oh, no, that's a shark. Don't need the shark. There's me whales. All right, I'm going to use that. I'm going to actually use that as a reference. Whoops. I'm going to screenshot it. Come on. Go to the thing. No, I don't want the music. I Okay, hang on, I'm going to turn the volume down. Just bear with me a second because I've got to get it to the... Because, of course, me being me, didn't... I was going to wait till it gets to the end of the video. It's only a minute one, and I'm going to screenshot it. Nature is fascinating. Somehow we ended up being the dominant species. Yes, and I know, and look what we're doing to everything. Not good. Not good. Okay, now I can see what I've done. Where I've got to change things a little bit. All right, hang on just a second. I'm going to quickly get to the end of this video a bit of my drawing. That's all I need for the whale. And I've got that. I'll use my own whale drawing as a reference. So I like the colours I got in that painting. So I'll do that again. And it's one of the very few paintings of mine that I actually have hanging on my wall. I don't hang my own art as a rule generally. I just, I tend to just, put it in, leave it on the computer or leave it in a box if I've done it traditionally. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. I'm going to go here. I'm going to stay with that brush and make it bigger. I'm going to darken up down here. A bit more confident now. I know what I'm doing, sort of, kind of. By using my old reference, my own reference, which is nice. My own artwork. Same berry breeder whale, just different positioning. Come down and around. So is it weekend there still for you? Because it's Monday afternoon. No, yes, it's Monday afternoon here. It is, it is. Blend that out a little bit. Again, going the direction of the skin. I'm going to make the inside the fin there lighter. Oops. Go back to the light. I'm going to go even brighter white. Go to a super white, just there. Like that. All the way down. Yeah, it's just half midnight here. Going to have to lurk for the rest of the stream. I've got a few things to finish up. No worries. Wait, so you start work before I work at 2 p.m. Ugh. Not a problem, mate. You do what you got to do. Thank you for hanging out and thank you for the lurk. But you know what that's like. You got to do what you got to do, mate. You got to do what you got to do. Just going to grey off in his tail as well. Like that, and I'm going to make it bigger and blend it in. This is a whale of a painting. Hey, Deep, how you going, mate? Thank you. How are you? I was thinking of you earlier. I was hanging out in Will's stream for a while. I was just lurking around in there because I had to do some stuff around and tried to get my game going and all that jazz. And I thought of you this morning. I'm like, oh, I wonder how the Deep's going. Yeah, I think I like that better. All right. Just got home from work, so must have missed his stream. Yeah. It was on a couple of hours ago. He's got such a good imagination, that guy. It's fun to watch. Sort of puddled around the house and wandered back past and checked out the screen occasionally. Very inventive, very imaginative, very clever. A couple of hours ago, I was still in work. Yeah. How was work? How was it, mate? Have I ever asked what you do for a living? It's none of my business, but if you're happy to tell me, I'm happy to listen. I'm always fascinated by what people do. I've done everything over the years, pretty much. Worked in a bar, I've worked in a restaurant, worked in supermarkets, worked in factories, worked in all the places. That's looking a bit better. Waiting on a table that I want to just quit squirt with a spray bottle. Oh no, she wouldn't answer the question I asked. Oh no, don't you hate that? See, I hated waitressing. That is the one job that I did not enjoy. Not at all. Waitressing was awful because the customers treated me like terribly. People think they can treat you like shivers, poopies. Not nice. But I loved the kitchen. A kitchen hand. Loved that. And I loved working behind the bar because everyone's happy when they're having a drink. Mostly. But restaurant, bleh. Waitress, bleh. That's why when I go to a restaurant, I am always so incredibly respectful of the waitresses and pleases and thank yous because I'm probably the only one all day that's got nice manners for them. It's one job I would never do again for any amount of money. Not in a pink fit. Come down to the bottom of the tail there. I'm going to darken up in here as well. The bottom of the tail flute. I don't usually get annoyed, but I ask what you'd like to drink and you say, we're just ready to order. Yeah, I know you want to order your food, but you probably also want something to drink. Oh, some people like to be difficult though. Some people like to be difficult. It happens. And you know what? You don't offer them again. If they just don't offer them again. Get them their food. Let them go up to the bar and get a drink. Asked if she wanted refills for the kids, and she responded that they wanted more bread. So I had to ask again about the drink. Wow. Yep. that kind of person. Awesome. Yeah, don't miss it. Not at all. I'm going to darken up some of this. So I'm just picking out colours and areas, shadows, and blend it out. Starting to look better. I'm going to go around the edge with the back of this flipper, make it smaller, brush a bit smaller. Make it a stronger brush too, make it more of a pen, so I get a harder line down the back of that fin. I'm going to change the shape of it a fraction. Like that. Just change the shape of it and I can erase. Where's my eraser? There. Go to that one and erase. That should just take me back to the ocean colour, which is nice. I can blend it a little bit as well. I'll blend it a little bit as well. Just to make absolutely sure that the other colour matches in. Like that. Alright, I can soften that now. Just that inside edge. Like that. Alright. I was asking that because I know some parents are trying to watch sugar and or caffeine intake. Yes. Oh my goodness. Are they even allowed to have caffeine at a young age? I don't. Because here, not so much. I mean, the kids come in and buy those energy drink things a lot. They need a law to limit the amount from young kids because those caffeine drinks, God, they are insane. The V's and things. I love them. Like, don't get me wrong, I love them. But I never used to have them, but I had one the other month, and it was a really yummy watermelon one, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so delicious. Problem is, I can't, you know you're not supposed to have more than a couple, but they're so drinkable and they're so yummy. Just darkening up some of these under bits. Whoops. Blend. Just started raining here. Do love the sound of rain. All right. Got to really darken up under here, under his eye. I'll darken up under here. Get a bit of shadow going. Make it a bit darker. Go to a different pen. Gives me a stronger colour. That's better. darken that up. Like that, blend it. All right. Back up to that brush. I'm going to go more of a highlight along the very top. Like that. I'll blend that. You can see as I start to add more shadows and lights, I should put my painting up as a reference, but I can do it on my iPad, but I don't know how to do it on this app. Okay, I'm going to add another line, darken up around his mouth, the top of her mouth, I should say. She's a she. She's very definitely a she because she's got a baby. And I've got to add more line up here. Because she does have, blend those, soften those a little bit so they're not quite as stark looking. Just soften the edges of those lines a little, like that. Also with these ones, soften them up with my Q-tip, which is what I would use in reality. If I was blending with a pencil or whatever, I would use a Q-tip. And this is a Q-tip tool. I love that they've got tools in Critter, that's the app that I'm using, that I can utilise the same way. I'm just going to darken up around the eye a little bit more. I think I've made it a little bit, I need to make it a little bit more blue-grey in that white. Not so bright white like that. I'm going to get a little bit more darker grey. I'm going to colour swatch. Go to that colour. Then I'm going to put that up here. Blend that in. Blend it. Blend it, blend it, blend it. All right, I might take that out a bit bigger, That's a bit more that way. Then come up here a bit more. Then blend it. Make my blender bigger. And follow the direction of the skin, his rib cage and everything. Like that. All right, I'm going to go even darker. Just up here. Make my brush a bit bigger. Have the shadow coming down under that fin. Like that, because he would be in shadow under there. I'll just blend that down. Like that. Get some shadows going. Make my pen a bit smaller. Go onto his finny bit there. All right, and then I'm going to blend that edge. Soften that. Again, going the direction of the skin, like that. Just taking that edge, blending it down into the underneath colour. Like that. That helps with that shadow. And I might add a little bit more of that dark down onto his back here. Like that. Blend it down. It's raining and I'm hot. It's ridiculous. I'm so hot. Fickle weather. All right, let's have a look. I'm going to add some of this grey. I'm going to drop the opacity right down, make my brush a bit smaller, and add some grey into here and blend it. Make my blender a bit bigger. Like that. soften that all out. Like that. Super dark in the very underneath, just here. I'll add a few little, they've got little birthmarky marks, like slight little variations. I'm going to pop a couple of them on. Just using my other picture that I did as a reference for fun. And the other picture I did on Procreate, which is the iPad app. It's a really fun app. If anyone ever wants to learn, got an iPad and want to learn a really easy drawing app, Procreate on iPad is absolutely phenomenal. I still use it a lot. I do a lot of drawing at night time when I'm sitting watching TV. I'll sit and draw while I'm watching telly, and I do all my drawing on my iPad now. I'm just going to change this. I'm going to darken up around here. Strengthen up the front of this fin with a really dark, sort of almost a true black. But I've used the blue as a base. So I was thinking about this the other day because, you know, you get so used to mixing colours, but even in these apps, you still have to have a knowledge of colour making, because you go to your blues, it'll make a different kind of dark to your reds and things like that. So it's really interesting. I've learnt so much doing digital that it really does. You still do need your knowledge base on how colours are mixed to get the right greys, like blue greys and all that sort of stuff. It's fascinating. It's good fun. It's a lot of good. It's good fun. Good fun. It's good to still utilise your. To still know that you can use your same techniques that you would use for traditional. It's not that far different. Just don't have any cleanup. You can just turn it off and walk out of the office. You just got to remember to save. That's my fatal flaw, is I forget to save. And I did that the other week, and I'm like, no, I lost my picture because I forgot to save. Because, yeah, that's how I roll. I'm going to darken up around the eye again, get some more of this detail in. Like that. I'm going to define her flute, spout a bit, just a little bit. Might make a little bit light on the top there. Just blend that out. And put a little bit of light on the other side of it. Like that. There we go. Again, I'm going to just tidy up this top line and then blend that down a fraction. There we go. Let's have a look. Where are we at? I want to add some more. I'm going to add some more light. She needs some more light. So I'm going to go back into my light blues. So I go to pick a light blue there, and then I'll work my way around. Oops. Go back to my brush. So this is just a pale blue, and I'll use it for, like, she won't have shadows there or ripples from the water reflections, but she'll have them down here. I'll just blend them in. So I just scribble and blend like that. Because they've got little marks all over them. So that's a bit different to the light white that I had. And I'll blend like that. I've got to do more around her tummy. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. This is a bit too flat there. I've got to make her look a bit rounder. So I'm going to pick up, I reckon I'm going to pick up, what colour am I going to pick up? This grey. And I'm going to just make my brush bigger. Just want to, maybe not that big. Why? Sometimes it doesn't do it. Okay, it's fine. I'll blend it. Sometimes my thing is not working. It could just be that. Oh, it's because of the brush that I'm using. Gosh, I'm an idiot. You figure it out sooner or later. So I'll go to that sort of a grey. I'm just going to get a bit of different shadow colour in here, like that, and blend like that. Okay, and then I'll add some ripples down the whole lot. So I'll go back to that light brush, go back to that light blue. Just add. Keep hearing thumps and bumps. Just a few marks around. Keep things interesting. Soften it. Just a little. Like that. Just to diffuse, deflect a little bit. I'm going to use that blue. Where's it gone there? On the bottom of that fin as well. Just there. Blend it. More or less just working by eye. Okay, that's all right. I'm going to start working on the Bubba Lubba. So I'm going to I'm going to darken up her tummy. Oops. You know what? I'm actually going to darken up her tummy a lot. I'm not going to give her a white tummy. I'm going to give her a dark tummy. I'm just going to do that and then block it. Paint drop, paint bucket in there, and then I can just blend it like that. There we go. Some say it's wrong to fill farm animals with helium. Oh, no. Okay. Why? But I say whatever floats your goat. I like that. I like that. Very good. Whatever floats your goat. Oh, very good. You're a dag. You're a funny, funny man. Do your kids roll their eyes at you? I'm assuming they do. And go, Dad, stop. Come down here. This is where you start to get the three-dimensionalness every other day. Yeah. My dad was one of those. But my dad could tell a joke. He was great. I can't tell jokes. I always mess up the punchline because that's how I roll. Just going to tidy up that bit there. You know what? I'm going to change this tail. I don't like the tail. I'm going to erase the tail. I'm erasing the tail because I don't like it. Ah, that's not erasing the tail. That's erasing the tail. I'm just going to change it. Don't like it. So this is the thing. You can just change things if you don't like them. I'm going to give her a downy tail. She's going to have a downy tail, a pointy downy one. Make my brush smaller. It's okay because if you want to tell a dad joke, it would be a faux pas. Oh my God. As in a faux pas. Pardon the pun. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Do her tail down. Sort of the same as Mum's. Like that. I think I like that better. That was an easy job. I'm very easily entertained. Very easily entertained. And I love nothing more than to laugh. There is nothing better than a good laugh at all ever. Nothing better. I'm going to blend that down. Like that. I'll lighten up the top of her back a little bit. Make that brush a bit smaller. My dog's dreaming and he's barking in his sleep. That is so cute. I don't like that either. Hang on, I'm going to erase it again. Can you hear? You probably can't hear him, but whoops, don't want to do that. I'll do that. Oh, that's not it. That one. That's better. I'm going to change the tail. Go back to my pen and do that. You just see, you're just going to see that part of the tail. Like that. I think that'll do. That'll do. And then I'm going to colour match that colour. Go back to this pen and fill that in. Make it smaller. I'm still going to change the shape again because, yeah, because I can see that I've already sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. This is I don't know whether it's going to work at the moment. Whoops. Back to that brush, go to my light colour. Why are you not colouring? What are you doing? Why is it not? Was it because I got it so tiny? Possibly. There we go. Bring that down into a point and I'll blend it. Blend it, make it smaller and blend it. Blend it, blend it, blend it. And then erase. Oops. Get my big pen, that one. Just going to change the shape of the tail ever so slightly. You know what I need to do? Change the whole back end of the calf. No, I won't. I'll persevere. I will persevere. I'll get it right. Come around here and erase this bit. All right. Erase all of that bit. There we go. Like that. And then I'll add a darker line at the top. There. Like that. I've got to thicken her tail down to there. Like that. And then I'm going to colour drop if it'll let me. No. I'll do it by hand. All right, so I'll come in here, colour this in. Right down to the bottom. Make that a bit bigger. Just a little. Like that. All right, and then I'll blend it a little bit. Sometimes it takes a bit of finessing to get things to look right. I'm going to go really dark. I'm going to go almost black to here. Oh, I need it to be black, proper black. Make it a bit bigger. Then that comes down and around there. That because the tail's bent down like that. I'll add a bit of grey, a bit of blue grey, and blend it. Then sit back and have a look for a second. Try and figure it out. It's looking a bit better, I think. Did you hear about the bug playing a sport on a piece of carpet? Oh my God, no. What was it? You've got me interested. It was rugby. Oh no. Okay. As you do. I'm going to darken her tummy up. I'm going to erase a little bit more of that tail. I'm not. Just a little. I think it's just the angle. I think it's the angle I've got it. I don't like it. I'm going to change that whole back end. I'm changing the whole back end. Whoops. Press the rubber. Make it bigger. Changing your whole back end. Don't like it. It's going to do this. Like that. And I'm going to change it because why not? If I don't like it, I don't like it. So that's it. I'll just change it. Easy. I want it to be almost like that. I want her to be bent. More like that. There we go. That's better. I think that's better. Now I'm just going to colour block that in. Like that. Go paint bucket. There we go. I've changed her shape. Rugby, yes. Oh, that was the wrong button. Please Control Z work. There we go. Now I want to blend. Go back to my brush. Soften all that. Oops. Soften that line. Like that. There we go. I like that shape better. I do like that shape better. Most people in the US might not get that. Yes. I have to say, I'm not a big rugby person or rugby. I'm going to go into the blues, the blue blacks. There we go. I'm more of a footy, an Aussie rules footy girl. I do love Aussie rules footy and cricket. And my faves. Rugby isn't as popular here in other places. Yeah, same here. Queensland, it's a big thing. Not down south. Not Victoria. We're more Aussie rules. It's sort of like a state thing. Different states like it. White. Yeah, I love cricket. I love tennis, and I love Aussie rules footy. There we go. That looks better, doesn't it? I think that looks better. Got a few lines I've got to get rid of and a bit got to blend, but I can tidy that up. I'm happy with that as a shape. I am happy. I can change this bit down here though. See, I've got that way too. Got to go back to that pen. Whoops, a daisy. That is not the pen. What pen did I use? That one. Get rid of the eraser. Make my pen smaller. Come right underneath. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's better. We're getting there now. We're getting there, peeps. It's taken shape now. Straight away, I like that better. She just looks like more of a natural swimming shape. Got to do the back a little bit though. I'll colour pick that grey. Go back to my brush. Sort of straighten out her back a fraction. Bring it up a bit. Like that. Fill in her fin. Take it up there a bit more. That's a bit better. I'm going to go a bit more of a grey. She's sort of in the flip, like she's flipping her tail, flicking her tail. start to build up baby's colours and shadows. Make her like a half a tone, a couple of tones lighter than her mum because she's up higher. Mum's in shadow. So I should note to myself, do it the direction the skin would flow around the ribs and stuff. Okay, I'm going to go a light, a white on top or a cream on top. Up here. What am I doing with that brush? I keep forgetting to press the brush. It's going to highlight along her back. She has a little dorsal fin. Little one. I'll highlight behind here. Highlight the top of her nose. It's a very pale blue that I'm using. Come up above her head there. I'm going to blend that in. Cricket sounds to me like a bug that makes a lot of noise. That's what it is. And I like the one dayers. I'm not real big on the ones that go for a week on end. But I like the one dayers. We have one day matches over here. I enjoy those. I do. I enjoy those ones. I'm going to go even darker on her tummy. To change the shape just a fraction. I've got to bring this dark down here, make her pen, my pen a little bit smaller. Go darker, well not that small maybe, a bit darker there. And this is just the fine tuning. Getting things in the right spots and right proportions and shadow up under here. I'm going to make my brush a little bit bigger. Actually a pen, it's like a marker pen, but this is exactly how I would draw traditionally. Exactly. Just erasing's a lot easier. All right, darken up the back of this flipper. I've got to add little, she's got little imperfections on the back and on the front. So I'll just add those on like that. I'll blend that in a little bit like that and soften those edges. She's not hard, she's got soft edges. Blend that in. Another look. I'm going to go this sort of a grey. I'm going to colour drop this grey into her tummy. Make my brush a bit bigger. Like that. Take it to her tail and blend it around the edges. To start to give her a bit of three-dimensional. She won't look so flat. Like that. I'll go a bit of this other darker grey, this grey. So I just get my little colour dropper and I'll grab a stronger brush, make it a bit bigger and darken up underneath. She's got a few different tones. She's got almost black at the bottom. She's got a lighter grey in the middle. Blend it a little bit, just around the edges, just to soften it. Having a quick look. Okay, it's getting there. We're getting there. Okay. I'm going to go a bit of a grey, more of a grey, stronger dark on her nose. Make my brush smaller, go full opacity. Nope, make my brush a bit bigger. Go darken up here. Give this a little bit more definition. I'll blend it a little bit, soften it. Now I'm going to add some more lights back in. I'll go to my airbrush, I reckon. Just got to get some sort of just some highlighty bits where the sun's reflecting the light from the top, the surface light. I've got to blend her tail a bit more too. Just having a quick look. Just get some ripple effects. I'll blend that. I've got to blend her tail a little bit because it's looking a bit harsh. Come down her back, blend those ripples in. Like that. Alright, we're getting there. Not sure I like that there. I'm going to do her tummy again with a black. Like that. I'm going to erase that bottom bit. Just get rid of that lumpy bit that I had there. Had a bit too much of a lumpy bit. There we go. I've erased that now. Blend that bottom fin. Dog's going bananas. I think I'm going to erase the shape of that top of that. Got it a bit strong. Whoops. Why is that not erasing there? Go there. Whoop. Don't know what my dog's barking at, but oh, that is not the eraser. That's the eraser. Goodness gracious. That's a bit better. A bit less of a strong angle. Okay. Add the light back in. Oh, that's strong. Okay, drop. Maybe you might drop the opacity down a fraction. Oh, that didn't work either. Maybe not so strong. Maybe not so bright. Maybe we'll go to a grey. Drop the opacity. That's a bit better. Oh, I like that sort of effect as well, the dotty sort of effect. Soften it. Leave the top with that little bit of a dotty effect. Quite like that. I'm going to put that onto the top of her back as well here. Oops. Like that. Add a few little flecks around. Like that. I'll blend that in. All right, sit back and have a look. Okay, I'm not minding that. I've got to tidy up the tail. I'll go to the black. And I'll go to the grey. And I'll go to the blend. Whoop, too big. Make it a little blend. Like that. Just going to soften that right out. I'm going to add a little bit more grey. Whoops. Like that, and blend it. Blend it all back into that tail. Go back to the dark. Go almost black. I want black. Blue black. There we go. Go back to my, I've got that right pen. Go full opacity. Make my pen smaller. Like that. Blend it. So I'm just building up the final sort of shadowy bits. I do need to deepen up under here. Oops. I want almost pure black there. So I'm just going to fill that in under here. She is in shadow all under there. Like that. Behind her flippers. In there. I'm also going to drop the opacity right down and just darken up in there. Blend it. Carefully blend it. Soften that all off. Like that. Soften the edge. Like that. Now we're getting our lights and darks. We're getting our lights and darks. All right, now let's see how I did the water. How did I treat the water on this? So I'm going to go to my brushes and have a look at what I've got, because I need like a soft line. So let's go brushes, or let's go effects. What's that? Essential paint smudge. Let's have a look. Details. That doesn't look like details. That looks like birds. Oh no, okay, wow, what are that? Wow, there's buildings and things. Gee whiz, don't need any of those. Okay, let's go. Texture? No, I don't want texture. I want water. So we'll go ink, because ink usually will have a soft sort of a, that one maybe? And then we'll go white. What? Yeah, I like that soft sort of. So what I'll do is I'll control Z, make it bigger. No, make it, I don't know. Whoops, don't like that. Drop the opacity. I don't like how it leaves that dot. Why does it leave that dot? That's better. I want like the ripply bits. Like that. I need like a brush that does that. Maybe that one. That's too strong. Hang on, I'm going to control Z. Maybe I'll just go airbrush. Hang on, I'll go airbrush. Where's my airbrush? Go back to favorites. 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 Go back to airbrush. That one. Ooh. No. No. What's a Noctualis? Let's have a look. Oh, one of these might work. If there's a soft or diamond, maybe. Oh, that might work. Go to a white though. Control Z. Make it smaller. No, that's not it. I've got to find a brush that's got a soft, like it's, if it was a watercolour brush, it would have a flat tip, pointed tip, and a big barrel. So I'm looking for an effect. Oh, that might work. Ew. No. Let's not use that. Let's try paint. Let's go back to just traditional paint and see what we got. I just want, maybe that. Getting there. I can get sort of a, I need a brush. Go back to my favourites. Favourites. Go back to that. That might just have to be it. Just make it a bit bigger. Whoops. And I can blend it. Oh, you know what I need? I need another layer. That's what I need. And I'll just blend that in. We'll get some highlights on the top of the water. Just do this and then I'll blend it. That gives me the desired effect. Then I can do the highlights on both of the whales. I can always undo, can't I? I can always undo if I'm not happy. So I just soften all of that up so it looks like ripples on the top of the water. Admiral Debbie Wales. Here there are. They certainly are. I'm going to go a dark blue now. So super dark blue. Pop those in. Some darker ripples. Blend it. Don't want it everywhere, just in a few spots. Do you know what that from? Admiral Debbie Wales here. Moby Dick. I think. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Just a wild guess. White. Close, but no. Oh, okay. 10,000 Leagues. Enlighten me. What's that Nautilus one? I can't remember what that was. More recent? Oh, more recent. I don't know. The only other movie that I've watched that has whales in it was hello, beautiful job. Thank you, Bacon. Star Trek The Voyager. Oh, okay. I would never have got that in a pink fit. I need the light coming off, like coming down through the water now. How am I going to do that? Gee willikers, how am I going to do that? It's like a light blue almost, like that. Nope, that's way too. I need it to be, go airbrush, we'll drop the opacity right down. Make the brush, there we go, that works. Like the rays penetrating the water, like that, and coming down onto the whales. I love it when that happens. Just trying to find a way of making the water do it, making this do it. I'll just have a little bit of coming down beside the whales, like that. And then I can take it down over Mum as well, so it, see these little ripples of light will reflect on her. I'm not 100% happy with that baby's face yet, but we're getting there. But I'm quite happy with that water effect. Quite happy with that water effect. I've got to sit back every so often and have a quick look. Okay, I've got to darken up Bubby's face. I'm going to do a little bit more detail on there. Go back to my normal brush. Got to add, drop my pen down, pen size down. You're being difficult. Oh, what did I do? How did I do that? Control Z. Uh-oh, how did I do that? How did I do that? I don't know how I did that. How did I do that? What the hell did I do? What did I do? What did I press? I brought up another picture. Oh no. What the hell? How did I do that? Hang on. Don't panic. Image. No, file. Open. No. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. How do I go back? Does anyone know, Critter? I pressed something and I don't know what I pressed. Shit. Look at the tabs at the top. Yep. Not saved. Oh, yay! Thank you, Deep. You're awesome. Save. I'm just going to save this quickly. Save. Just so I don't lose it. Save. There we go. Saved. That was scary. Look like I've multiple rollers here. I don't quite know how that one can go. Okay, now I'm good. That scared me. Oh my God, I've lost pictures before and it's horrible. It's horrible because you think, oh no, I've just spent hours working on that. How long have I been at it actually? Only 2 hours. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. I'm just going to add some more light pattern down her back like that and blend it. I did not know that was a thing, Deep. I did not even know that was a thing. So thank God you were here because I would have had a complete meltdown and not known what I was doing because that's how I roll. Looks like you have multiple. Yes. Remember, you can always undo. Hey, Joyce, how you going, doll? Yes, in theory. I didn't even see your comment. I'm so sorry. I was looking at the wrong screen. How do you know I've done the same thing too on Photopad? Oh my God. So bad. So scary. Because I've got two lots of chat. I've got YouTube chat and Twitch chat up. So I apologise if I missed your comment a little bit earlier, doll. So how's your day been? How have you been? Joyce is one of my dear, dear friends here on YouTube. I'm going to blend. I'm going to add a little bit detail in. I'm going to blend that bit there on the back. Like that, just soften it a little. One thing I like about Blender, even if I haven't saved it or it crashes or something, I can recover it as long as I don't wait too long to try to recover. Okay. Yeah, one day I turned off my PC and I totally forgot to save. And I lost hours of work and I was very devastated for a while. There was a few swear words involved. If I restart my computer, I might lose it, but otherwise I can recover. Okay, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do darker darks around the eyes because I've realised I've got them way too pale. I've got to do the lines, the interesting little bits, the little marks that they've got. And she's also got, I'll use the dip pen, the stronger pen, to do the dotty bits. Yeah, Joyce is she's an artist friend on YouTube. So if anyone's also interested in YouTube, pop over there, follow Joyce. She does very interesting artwork, digital. It's like what would you call it? Like kaleidoscope almost. It's amazing, very clever. Come down, getting a bit more definition into her patterns now. Whoops. Go super dark. Just under here. Blend it. It's starting to look the part. I think. Got to add a few more details onto both of them. Go down onto their fins because they're not pure, they're blemished. They've got all different marks around them, different bits of growth and things on them. Kaleidoscope, yes. I'm also going to go this grey. I'm going to drop the opacity, bring it down into this fin here. I need that to be darker. Under there. Get a bit more definition in the shadows under the fin there. Maybe even a bit darker than that. Drop the opacity though. Make it a bit bigger. Go to that brush. Oh no, that's not right. Go back to that one. Like that. I need it to be a bit darker and I can blend that out anyway. So I'll just leave that. It's not a problem. That's a bit better. And then even darker, just to the back. Oops. Yeah. Make the opacity a bit more opaque. There we go. And then bring that down. It sort of gradiates the back bit. Oh, get that, Grady? Great, because your name's Grady. Grady 8. Grady 8 the colour. You're a part of the artwork, mate. All right, I'm happy with that. I played drums at Peace Rally for International Peace Day. Oh, nice. Said it rained. It's late here. Thank you. Fractal art and digital painting. Thank you. Oh, hugs to you too, Joycey. Go the black. I'm going to really strengthen up. I'm just working on the fine tuning now. I need to really darken up under here. Just getting all the final snippets done. I'm not real keen on the water. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm happy with the top, but I think I need to bring the darker blue more up. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave that, I think. I'm just going to blend a little bit more. Having a quick look and blend that like that. I've actually got to do some human portraits over the next few days. I'm doing a portrait of my friend's children, so that should be fun. For one of their, for Christmas. It's going to lighten up down the front of this flipper fin. Down there and blend it. So once you get past the base, it all comes good. You just got to be persevere sometimes. You have to think, oh God, I'm going to give up, it's not working. And then it works. All of a sudden, it comes together. Been watching the talks that were posted online from the Blender conference that was just going on in Amsterdam. At least one of the talks was a person from Australia. Oh, wow, that's cool. That's fascinating. You can draw in Blender too, can't you? It's not just a painting. It's not just a sculpting app, or is it? Nope, don't like that. Control Z. Don't like that. Got to make it a bit smaller. A bit bigger. I'll get there. Yeah, the grease pencil tool allows you to draw in 3D. Oh, there you go. You're not like limited to drawing two-dimensionally. That's pretty cool. That could be fun. I've got, I forgot what it's called. I've got like a Blender one on. It's not Blender, but I've got, it's like Blender on my iPad. Forgot what it's called though. It's going to pop a few more blemishes, like little blemishy bits on the baby, because I've got to do some little lines around her finny bits. Whoops. No, none. Turn off. There. Got to give her some definition around her bits. She's got wrinkly dinkles and bits. Blender's coming to tablet. Oh, that'll be exciting. That will be exciting. Having a quick look. All right. I'm gonna add some light. Drop the opacity, come down the front of this fin. Right down the front length. Like that. There we go. We're starting to come together now. Blender's coming to tablet. Yeah, that'll be cool. That will be cool. Actually, I've got my iPad here. I can tell you what I've got. I've got an app called, I go to my apps, cancel. Go to my apps. How do I go to my apps? Go to apps. Oh my God, hang on. I'm just looking at my computery thingy. I'll see it. It's got like a, oh, there, Nomad. I've got Nomad. That's what I've got. Nomad. It's called. Tablet. It's going to blend down here a little bit. Just blend that. Okay. Having a look, blend that, soften that. Right, I think. Let's darken up under her tummy. Nomad, yes. That's the one I've got. If you Google it, it'll explain. It's pretty much the iPad version, sculpting version. It was actually Will that put me onto it, Mindsci. It was Will that told me about Nomad for iPad. Life is better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. It's going to rain here. Well, it's been raining on and off for days now, which is good because our water tanks were empty. And coming into summer, not great. The more water, the better. We need all the waters we can get. I'm just going to bring the opacity up again. Take that grey up under her chin. I've got to get almost pure black. Go back to that marker and just put a few little dimply bits. Come back around here. Like that. Little mermaid. Little mermaid. It's like a cross between Marmite and a mermaid. Little mermaid. Oh my god. My language has left the building. Language has left the building. I've stopped Englishing apparently. Okay, what do we reckon, peeps? That's not too far from being done, I think. I'm quite happy with that, I think. I'm not 100% happy with the baby. I've got to do a bit more work on the baby. A bit more work. Give her a bit more definition, I think. A bit more interest. Blend that. Just need a little bit more of something. But I think that's pretty good. I think that's okay. So I might leave that there. What do we think, peeps? I reckon I might leave it there. I think that looks pretty good. Pop a little bit of a shadow here behind her fin. Blend it. And we need to find someone to raid. So to my friends on Twitch, to my friends on YouTube, raiding is when you finish a stream, you can take your followers with you to another channel and you land on their channel with all your people and hopefully they get some new followers or you find someone new that you can hang out with and has the same interests. And I have lots of friends who do lots of different things. So I've got friends who are gamers, friends who are artists. So we're going to see who's on. Let's see who's on first and let's go raid someone in Twitch. So we have Galacticat. Let's go raid Galacticat. She's another digital artist, amazing digital artist. So we're going to go, for my friends on Twitch, we're going to go and hang out with Galacticat /raid. Galacticat. I haven't caught up with her in ages. Galacticat Studios. So I would love it if you would come across with me and hang out. She's a very lovely person, great artist. She's actually painting Pokemon on wood at the second, and I do love Pokemon. So let's go over to Galacticat Studios, and I'll see you next video, guys. Just got to wait for it to go, and then hit raid. And raid now.